Hello, Trinidad and Tobago, viewers from the wider Caribbean and the world. Welcome to the 2020 virtual graduation ceremony for the St. Augustine campus of the University of the West Indies. My name is Ainka Will, and it is my pleasure to be speaking to you from the lovely grounds at the Principal's Office, the UWI St. Augustine campus. The wonders of technology allow us to have a truly global experience, with some of our speakers zooming in from all over the Caribbean and your viewers looking on from all over the world. Today we honor the graduates of the Faculty of Social Sciences, and I know that so many of you are eagerly awaiting the celebration of your family, friends and loved ones. This year's ceremony is with a difference, a hybrid of sorts. You will see the St. Augustine campus in all its splendor. I trust that you'll be inspired by the words of University Chancellor Robert Bermudez, the honorary graduates, and the valedictorians, some of UWI St. Augustine's truly amazing students. There'll also be cultural presentations, including musical performances from many of the campus's talented artists. 2020 marks the 60th anniversary of the St. Augustine campus, and though it has been a challenging year, it is also a significant milestone for this institution. Think about it. The UWI St. Augustine has served the world by developing human capital for some 6 decades. That is quite the legacy. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Students, past and present, all faculty and staff, Caribbean society, and our international audience. This is the UWI St. Augustine 2020 graduation ceremony from the Faculty of Social Sciences. Enjoy.
Congratulations to the 2020 graduating class of the University of the West Indies. Today is the day that you've been working towards, and perhaps you've been dreaming about even before you actually began your classes. I want you to know that today is equally important to us as university administrators. Graduation, you see, is cherished as one of the most anticipated, exciting, and meticulously planned events on our annual university calendar. While this particular edition has required a reimagining of many of the traditional and most enjoyed highlights, we proudly commend you for your resilience in transitioning, and you have done remarkably well throughout this pandemic. Today is your day. Your degree is being conferred. This is your graduation. Relish the moment in the comfort and safety of your homes with your loved ones as one of the many positives. And as you celebrate today, I hope you make memories and project your Pelican pride to the whole world. I take this opportunity to salute the network of support that has stood behind you throughout your sojourn at the UWI, knowing very well that they take as much pride and perhaps even more pride in this milestone as well. Just as over the past 7 decades where generations of UWI Pelicans took flight, so too you as members of the class of 2020 will take flight. You are especially entrusted to demonstrate the continued intellectual development of the region as the first post-COVID-19 generation of alumni. The university community is so very proud of you and is rooting for your success. Enjoy today and enjoy the journey ahead. Let the celebration begin.
Chancellor of the University of the West Indies, Mr. Robert Bermudez, Vice Chancellor, Professor Sir Hilary Beckles, Pro-Vice Chancellor and Campus Principal, Professor Brian Copeland, honorary graduates, university executives and other members of staff, graduates, distinguished guests. Welcome to the 2020 virtual presentation of graduates of the University of the West Indies. I am Sharon Christopher, Chair of the Council of the UWI, St. Augustine Campus. I have the honor of guiding you through these virtual proceedings. Today, we celebrate and congratulate our graduates across the region and the world. I now invite the Chancellor, Mr. Robert Bermudez, to address you.
Vice Chancellor, members of the university leadership and colleagues, graduating class of 2020, greetings. This graduation ceremony is different from what we usually expect. While I deeply regret that our traditional ceremony of your academic accomplishments is not possible, this is a special event in your lives, and we are hoping to treat it with the significance and importance it deserves. There's a certain joy that you experience being able to share, being recognized by your fellow graduates, by the university community, and your families. The virtual world does not allow this. It does not allow me to salute each one of you individually. I hope that this message will convey my pride in your stellar accomplishments during a year of many challenges. My warmest congratulations to each one of you in the graduating class of 2020. In saluting you, I also pay tribute to your families and loved ones who supported you through these strange times. Your success is also their success, and I ask you to acknowledge and celebrate their love, support, and care. During the year that you completed your studies, the university adapted its teaching and learning approaches to deal with the public health challenge. The transition to emergency remote teaching was achieved through collaboration. Our technical teams, academic staff, and administrative teams worked together, coordinated by the leadership of the campuses and the university. As a whole, they ensured that teaching and learning and all the processes that supported you could continue. I thank them for their commitment, and I believe that your achievement is a validation of their tremendous effort. Over this year, we have seen some powerful countries in the world brought to a standstill by a virus. Economies have been devastated, industries severely impacted, and communities set back. Many lives have been lost, and life as we know it has changed. The pandemic has exposed the inequalities in our societies and the weaknesses in our economic systems. But it has also highlighted the work of our heroes and heroines, whose dedication to service may never have been recognized without it. This year, too, we've seen a resurgence in the Black Lives Matter movement, a phenomena that has transcended borders, social and economic differences, and ethnic groups. I am proud that many of our students participated in activities organized across the region. I believe that this clearly signals that activism is alive among our student body, and I urge you to keep that solidarity in the forefront of your consciousness as you go forward with your lives. Across the Caribbean, 2020 was a year when we celebrated our democracy. There have been free and fair elections in Bermuda, Jamaica, Suriname, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Belize, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, and St. Kitts and Nevis. We congratulate all of our brothers and sisters on this achievement. Our region stands as a proud beacon of democracy, and the University of the West Indies has played a pivotal role in its development. The responsibility now falls on your shoulders as the next graduating class to keep our democratic traditions strong and vibrant. Contributing countries and their governments are an integral part of this institution. They provide the funding and resources to maintain it. And some of you are beneficiaries of government scholarships. Your countries have demonstrated their confidence in you. And I encourage you to demonstrate your sense of responsibility through service to your country. You will be needed in the days and months ahead as the region builds its new reality. Our collective capacity to respond to global challenges begins with knowledge, creativity, and innovation. You are now part of that process going forward, and I urge you to become agents of change in your chosen fields and in your communities. Universities have a fundamental role to play in the creation and communication of knowledge. Universities are expected to advance informed and ethical action through the identification of challenges and opportunities for the societies in which they serve. There has been a call for universities globally to help shape the post-COVID world based on values that include democracy, human rights, social justice, inclusion, and equity. We have seen evidence of this in the response by our students, alumni, and faculty to the call for direct assistance to people in need through the provision of healthcare services, in research being conducted, and the remarkable transition to an online environment. I must commend the UWI COVID-19 Task Force for the sterling work that they have done and continue to do to help the region contain and respond to the pandemic. Notwithstanding these initial points of pride, there is still much to be done. I urge you to build on the civic spirit, the social solidarity, and the sharing of technical expertise that has already been demonstrated. Look towards the future, past COVID-19. Your graduating class is evidence that what has been achieved with care and collaboration, underpinned by the knowledge provided and encouraged by this academy. Extend this ethos into all that you do in the future. Be active and engaged citizens. Be engaged alumni. Contribute to the University of the West Indies in any way in which you are comfortable. Continue to pursue knowledge. Indulge your creativity and innovativeness. Build a better future for yourselves and for your communities. Your future is bright. Congratulations. We are met today in order that we may mark by a formal ceremony the entry of certain members into the company of graduates and the academic achievement of others. As a university, we are an academic society of undergraduates, bachelors, masters, and doctors, and we follow the academic tradition in the pursuit of knowledge and the encouragement of learning. The purposes which are laid out in the preamble to the Royal Charter by which we have been granted the powers needful for the prosecution of our affairs. In pursuing these aims, our members advance from time to higher standing in the academic community, and it is proper that as a body we should celebrate their achievement. We do this by granting a degree or diploma or license or certificate, and we rejoice with our graduates in their advancement.
Chancellor, I now ask the public orator, Professor Christine Carrington, to present Mr. Domenico Felipe Martina, whom the Senate and the Council of the University have been pleased to recommend for the award of the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
Chancellor Domenico Felipe Don Martina began life in Curaçao as a simple country boy and rose to serve as Prime Minister of the Netherlands Antilles from 1979 to 1984 and from 1986 to 1988. His political career spanned over 30 years. When he was born in 1935, systemic racism was deeply ingrained, and there were few opportunities for islanders of African descent. The substandard schools outside of Willemstad were a far cry from those available to Dutch children, who typically went on to secondary and higher education, while blacks like Martina were limited to technical school. In 1952, against the odds, Martina earned a place at the Higher Technical College Haarlem in the Netherlands, graduating as a mechanical engineer in 1956. In contrast to his experiences in Curaçao, he felt no discrimination there. But this was brought into stark relief when he spent an internship back in Curaçao with the Shell Oil Company. He was relegated to the workshop and chastised for visiting company job sites without express permission, while his white Aruban counterpart was free from such restrictions. On return to Curaçao in 1957, he refused to work for Shell. Bold move, since by law, the oil refinery, the church, and the state were the three powers in the country. Martina was unapologetic in his stance against the racist labor system. He taught mathematics at the Technical College, completed training in labor inspection on an ILO fellowship to the US, and became a labor inspector. He earned a UWI BSc in mechanical engineering in 1967 and an MSc in management and industrial engineering at Columbia University in 1968, but was never given the opportunity to work as an engineer. Against the backdrop of Pan-Africanism, anti-colonialism, and civil rights movements, Martina's political formation was influenced by the works of Nyerere, Mandela, and Martin Luther King. Willem Boelie van Leeuwen and Amado Romer were also inspirations. The 1969 Curaçao uprising against racism, discrimination, and growing unemployment of black Curaçaoans resulted in the burning of Willemstad. Such events strengthened his resolve to help the common man and work for fair treatment of workers, setting the stage for his entry into politics. In 1971, Martina co-founded and led the Movimento Anti-Nobo on a platform of uplifting workers, human rights, and good governance. He was elected to the Curaçao Island Council, serving until 1979. He became a Member of Parliament for the Netherlands Antilles in 1977 and served as the head of social and labor affairs until 1979, when he became Prime Minister in an unparalleled landslide victory. His administration abolished laws requiring consultation of the oil refinery on major issues concerning the Netherlands Antilles, instituted preference for native-born Antillians in job selection, achieved equal representation and recognition within the Kingdom of the Netherlands, and addressed disparities in the standard of education. His further service to the region included national coordination of the OECD Caribbean Rim Investment Initiative and advisory roles for constitutional and economic affairs. Passionate about the upliftment and recognition of the contributions of people of African descent, Martina spearheaded the movement to recognize Tula, leader of the 1795 Curaçao slave revolt, as a national hero. More recently, he has focused efforts on conservation issues as president of a foundation promoting rainwater harvesting, small-scale gardening for poverty alleviation, and healthy diet. Mr. Martina received the honor of knighthood in the Order of the Lion of the Netherlands in 1983 and Grand Officer in the Order of Orange Nassau in 1995. Also in 1983, the Republic of Venezuela conferred upon him the Order of Francisco de Miranda, First Class, and its highest distinction, Order of the Liberator, Grand Cordon, First Class. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding leadership in public service, his contributions to social justice and to the emancipation of the oppressed, I present Mr. Domenico Felipe Don Martina and ask that by the authority vested in you by the Council and Senate of the University of the West Indies, you confer on him the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By the authority vested in me by the Senate and Council of the University of the West Indies, I now confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa of the University of the West Indies.
I now invite Dr. Martina to address the company.
Chancellor, Mr. Robert Bermudez. Vice Chancellor, Sir Honorary Beckles. Chair, Campus Council, Ms. Sharon Christopher. Pro-Vice Chancellor and Campus Principal, Professor Brian Copeland. University Executive and other members of the staff, fellow graduates. I'm humbled to be part of this joyous occasion, and I extend my heartfelt gratitude for the opportunity to share a few words with you. This graduation marked without any doubt an important phase in the life of the graduates gathering here today. Years of hard work have paid off. You have obtained your degree, notwithstanding COVID-19 pandemic. Congratulations to you all, and also to the University of West Indies for your job well done. Life presents you with many journeys and teaches you some great lessons. I believe the greatest lesson that you may have learned is that of studying and succeeding under the most adverse circumstances that one could ever have imagined. During your course of study, you were faced with a global pandemic which changed the way you had classes, engaged in group discussions and assignments. The success that you have earned under these circumstances is commendable. When mentioning the many journeys and lessons learned in life, I would like you to know that I started my academic journey in mechanical engineering, only to discover that I was merely at the beginning of an unknown journey and a very long road to arrive at my mission in life. My calling turned out to be politics. I pursue a political career because I lived and experienced the consequences of social and economic inequality. And because of that, I had a burning desire to make a contribution to social and economic, cultural development and elevation of the people of the Netherlands Antilles. A valuable lesson that I have learned is that it is not only what you have learned in the books that counts. And yes, your degree will facilitate you personally, socially, and financially. And your knowledge certainly will help you to understand and to analyze the problems and challenges that you come to face. But I also came to realize that the ability and quality of a leader is even more important. I have learned that it is important to walk the talk, to live and promote a high sense of integrity, accountability, and moral values if you want to serve your community and have people trust you and follow you. As a leader, you always need to show statesmanship by standing up for what is right, even if it means losing long-standing relation and friendship from family and friends, and in my case, losing in election. The quality of a leader is skill to lead and manage change are all of eminent importance. There are 4 key elements that I would recommend you to nurture. The first is the ability to structure, restructure, and transform. The second key element is the ability to create an open communication and information flow. The third is the ability to ensure constant learning and training. And lastly, stay involved in your community through social, political, and philanthropic activities. But an organization without an effective leader soon loses its focus. And while many leaders may come and go, it takes a leader with a certain special something to imprint himself on the mind and heart of the people. Through the years, I have discovered what I think are the most important leadership traits. Set your direction because your people will look up to you for guidance. Execute your action plan to ensure the implementation of policies, programs, plans, and activities to achieve tangible goals. Make sure your team is in alignment. Once the direction is set and implementation is taking place, alignment becomes the most important factor to guarantee that all the moving parts remain in tandem or synchronized. And last, but by no means least, seek continuous improvement. Great leaders have the humility to acknowledge that always will be room for improvement. So welcome innovation, creativity, and strive for excellence. I wish you lots of success in your life journey. It will no doubt be exciting. As graduates of the University of West Indies, you all have a solid foundation upon which to succeed. As you embark upon this new adventurous chapter, make the best of it and make us proud that you are UWI graduates and successful leader in your community. Congratulations and God bless.
Emmanuel Joseph is a second-year student majoring in Literatures in English at the Faculty of Humanities and Education. He is the first place winner of the inaugural UWI Got Talent competition in 2019. He performs Lord Kitchener's Pan in A minor.
Sir, the persons whose names will be called having studied in the University of the West Indies and having fulfilled the requirements of the University of the West Indies, beg leave to be presented to you and to the Senate of the University by the representative of the Faculty of Social Sciences as Bachelor of Science or Associate of Science degrees or as holders of diplomas or certificates of the University of the West Indies. Sir, the Dean of Social Sciences, Dr. Akono Lois Cameron.
Sir, my colleagues and I ask you to receive as graduate members of our society these persons who, having fulfilled the requirements of the university, have been admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences, or Associate of Science, or have been awarded diplomas or certificates of this university.
By the authority vested in me, I receive these persons whose names are about to be called as graduate members of our society and confirm first degrees, diplomas, and certificates of this university.
Amina Abedin, Antonio Abraham, with first-class honors, Keston Abraham, Jelani Adams, Kira Alexander, Abel Alexis, Yasmin Alfred, with first-class honors, Al-Fayyad Ali, Anika Ali, with first-class honors, Ansa Ali, Brittany Ali. Sir, with first-class honors, Joselle Ali, Joshua Ali, Rehana Ali, Rizan Ali, Zoe Ali, Mikhail Alemani, Moisha Amza, Warren Anderson, Kathy Anduja Achong, Candy Anthony, Christy Applewhite, Darren Archibald, Joanna Arjun, Anthony Ashby, with first-class honors, Debbie Ann Ashby, Karishma Babulal, Dion Bachan, Faria Badal, Marissa Badri, with first-class honors, Susanna Badri, with first-class honors, Morika Bahal, Caroline Balbos, Ashwini Baldeo Singh, Valini Balu, Saraleen Bali, Folashade Bandele, with first-class honors, Brittany Bansraj, Chantel Batiste, Jalea Barrington, Nyla Barton, Marianne Bazdeo, Celine Bassot, Janelle Beach, with first class honors, Rabina Bipat, Monique Belfon, Aliyah Benjamin, Christian Lee Benjamin, Joselle Benjamin, Shanika Benjamin, Ishana Birbal, with first class honors, Kavita Birbal, Kimberly Birbal, Anna Bisamajit, Bibi Bisoon, Stephanie Bisoon Dial, Kian Blackman, Michaela Blackman, with first class honors, Sasha Budu, Chelsea Budu Singh, Tasia Borrell, Atia Boyce, Rodell Bradshaw, Sherelle Bradshaw, Alyssa Branca, Shanice Brewster, with first class honors, Gabriella Bridgelar, Renicia Brito, Aliyah Buchun, Christian Burke, with first class honors, Jada Burnett, Rihanna Cameron, Deja Campbell, Felicia Campbell, Dimitri Carrera, Marissa Sedano, Nileen Sulen Chai, Kareem Charles, Makeda Charles, Samantha Charles, Trizelle Charles, Dominique Charles Barrington with first class honors, Precious Christopher, Anika Chufun, Chanel Chunu, Lakeisha Clark, Alison Clavery Hunt, with first class honors, Chelsea Cokes, Megan Cooper, Vericia Cross, Keon Cunningham, Johanna Daban, Kushmawati Debriel, Nyasha Dalrymple, Adrian Daniel, Anicia Daniel, Asha Daniel, Amanda Danzel, with first class honors, Carleen Das, Marisha Das, Denisha Datu, Nicola de Freitas, Bernicia de Leon. Sir, with first class honors, Nyron de Matas, Tyler Dean, Samantha Deu, Nivrani Deuki, Varisha Danraj, Rajesh Dharampal, Karen Dick, Kyle Dilsuk, Raquel Dixon, Kyle Doman, Indira Dukaran, Clarissa Duki, Swan Doyle, Celine Duncan, Amelia Edwards, Denzel Edwards, Laura Lee Edwards, Melissa Edwards, Stephen Edwards, Kerry Elder, Keegan Ellis. With first class honors, Naomi Enel, Jamal Espinoza Benjamin, Andrew Evelyn, Kadeen Fernandez, Shannon Figuera, Rachel-Ann Flores, Aaliyah Folks, Tanika Foster, Brittany Francis, Candice Francis, LaShawn Francis, Macasey Francis, Charlene Fraser, Renee Frecton, Ariana Gangadine, Kyle Garcia. With first class honors, Latoya Garraway, Nicole Gayadine, Lauren Ghani, Mulkisa Gibson, Kriti Gittins, Cheyenne Gobadan, Sequan Gonzalez, Kevin Gulja, Sasha Gopal, Chanel Gopal, Sumaya Gosan. With first class honors, Yashana Gosain. Sir, with first class honors, Faith Graham, Natalia Graham, Eric Grant Wilson. With first class honors, Giselle Green, Keelan Guadalupe, Rosanna Guerrero, Genevieve Hackett, Brittany Hackshaw, Daisha Hackshaw, Simone Hagley, Kadisha Hall, Michaeli Halls, Faith Hamilton. With first class honors, Marisha Hamlet, Anton Hannibal, Leah Harper. With first class honors, Kristen Hart, McKinney Haynes, Stishal Hazel. With first class honors, Michael Hiraman, Gina Enrique, Adrian Henry, Celine Henry, Tishana Henry, Tamara Henry. With first class honors, Chusadi Henry, Amy Geraldo, Simone Geraldo with first class honors, Avery Herbert, Saraya Hills, Elizabeth Ho, Shehoi Pong, Carisha Holder, Dominique Hope, Kayla Horn, Ariel Hussain, Carissa Hussain, Peyton Hussain, Ryan Hussain, Keith Shah Howell, Carice Hoyt, Daniel Huggins, Keston Huggins. With first class honors, Renika Huggins, Ethan Hussain, Gregory Isaacs, Anna Maria Jackie, Debbie Jacob, Anissa Jagdeo. With first class honors, Letitia Jahur, Ariel James, Sanjeev Jamraj, Christina Janki, Sanya Jarvis, Jabari John, Janessa John, Kelly John, Carice John, Nathaniel John, Brittany Johnson, Steve Johnson Lane, Jada Jordan, Kishona Jordan, Akila Joseph, Alana Joseph, Kalon Joseph, Omari Joseph, Simone Joseph, Renisha Jagmohan, Megan Juman, Brittany Kelly, Nafisa Khan, Raphael Khan, Zarif Khan. With first class honors, Daniela King, Micaiah King, Stephen King, Shane Cook, Zara Cook, Tyler Curtin, Raquel Kishore, Joshua Kiso, Amrika Kisun, Emilio Coilas. With first class honors, Hazel Lejean McLeod, Mark Lee Key, Antoinette Lois, Chelsea Lois, Shemaya Lois, Tricia Lois, Cassie Lucan, Sasha Lamhu,
Colson Lynch,
Amando Mahabir, Narendra Mahabir, Sharice Mahabir, Lillian Mahadev, Ravina Maharaj, Priscilla Mano, Samantha Manu, Carrie-Ann Marshall. With first class honors, Elizabeth Mathura, Daniela Matthew. With first class honors, Jada Matthews,
Ariel Maurice, Brian Maxwell, Marlena Maynard. Sir, with first class honors, Ornique Maynard, Karen McCarthy, Tremaine McGregor, Anissa McIntosh, Michaela McCall, Jada McIntosh, Melissa Medina, Ileana Megu, Rebecca Mendoza, Amaryl Mayers, Nathaniel Miller, Natalie Mills Sue. Sir, with first class honors, Chikara Mitchell, Adriana Mohammed, Abraham Mohammed. Sir, with first class honors, Dietrich Mohammed, Nadira Mohammed, Saif Mohammed, Salima Mohammed, Salma Mohammed, Samir Mohammed, Sarah Mohammed. Sadiqa Mohammed, Trisha Mohammed, Stefan Mohammed Shah, Jassi Monsagi, Talisa Mulchan. Sir, with first class honours, Manisha Munilal, Ariel Munsami, Bavita Mutiram. Sir, with first class honours, Dana Moraldo, Angelo Morales, Ayana Morris, Chantel Morris, Crystal Mutilal, Rajiv Mangal, Anika Mustafa. Sir, with first class honours, Farana Mustafa, Inul Nabi, Nakita Nanlal, Sarika Narend, Amrika Narain, Kiran Narain. Sir, with first class honours, Ryan Nash, Christine Nathu, Kurtley Ned, Abigail Nelson, Kevon Niranjan, Jordan Noriega, Adafi Nottingham, Kevin Ogaro, Conrad Oliver, Chris Palu, Ishara Panda, Megan Parag Singh, Liana Pargas, Shamika Parkinson, Kadisa Patrick. Sir, with first class honours, Leah Paul, Akila Poltillo. Sir, with first class honours, Tamira Pereira, Simone Perry, Anna Marie Passad, Candice Passad, Priya Passad, Afisha Peters, Brianna Peters, Brian Peters. Sir, with first class honours, Giovanna Peters, Kevon Peters. Sir, with first class honours, Maria Peters. Sir, with first class honours, Shania Peters, Akeem Philip, Isaiah Philip, Kern Philip. Sir, with first class honours, Lorna Philip, Isola Pear. Sir, with first class honours, Kiswana Pear, Crystal Pear. Michael Pear, Rochelle Pear. Sir, with first class honours, Nalisha Pilgrim. Sir, with first-class honours, Malika Pollard. Sir, with first-class honours, Tony Pompey. Chelsea Poulton. Amelia Puran. Hemati Popal. Alexis Prabhudial. Shania Premdas. Sir, with first-class honours, Amrita Premchand. Liam Kwankep. Sir, with first-class honours, Cyan Kestel. Yelena Quintal. Charisse Quintero. Gretel Ragunanan. Sir, with first-class honours, Naomi Raghunath. Praveen Rajkumar. Ajay Rambali. Sir, with first-class honours, Ariana Ramdas. Ezra Ramdeen. Jazan Ramharak. Mira Ramjas. Samantha Ramjatan. Sarah Ramjatan. Arti Ramkelawan. Natalia Ramkelawan. Praveen Ramkisoon. Anupa Ramnarain. Sir, with first-class honours, Amy Ramnath. Joanna Ramnath. Sir, with first-class honours, Tiffany Ramuta. Sir, with first-class honours, Rebecca Rampol. Alana Rampasad. Daron Rampasad. Kern Rampasad. Lisa Rampasad. Nalini Rampasad. Rauti Ramrup. Shelley Ramsaran. Alanis Ramsarup. Samantha Ramsaran. Anushka Ramsubag. Sir, with first-class honours, Charisma Ramsubag. Celine Ramsumer. Cheyenne Raphael. Ariel Rollins. Kadira Razak. Carice Reese. Catherine Reed. Jada Ranalis. Whitney Ranalis. Danielle Reyes. Lisa Marie Reyes. Charisma Richards. Sir, with first-class honours, Johan Richards. Cheyenne Richardson. Donna Marie Richardson Montano. Camelia Riley Hart. Natalie Roberts Elder. Aaron Robinson. Sir, with first-class honours, Cheyenne Robinson. Ethan Robinson. Charisse Robley, Joanna Rock, Jana Rodney, Monique Rodriguez, Janelle Romaine, Rhonda Rondon, Rohit Rupnarain, Anika Rosal, Aaliyah Ross Dick, Gabrielle Russo, Ronaldo Rodolfo, Shania Sahadio, Chad Salandi, Kareen Salandi. Sir, with first class honours, Michaela Salick, Ariel Salvary, Stephanie Sam, Shane Samaru, Christopher Sam, Ariel Sammy, Michaela Sammy, Endidika Sammy, Afisha Samson, Kaidesia Samson, Sydney Samsudar, Kathy Samuel, Peter Sanchez, Terrell Sancho, Janelle Sandy, Krishna Sankar, Renuka Sankar, Kimberly Sant, Oshim Sarup, Vicky Saran, Shanice Satnarain. Sir, with first class honours, Elise Scott, Leandra Sibalak, Vijay Sigobin, Dylan Sigulam, Indra Sijatan Khan, Rochelle Sina, Diana Sitahal, Shalini Seeth, Kajal Siupasad. Sir, with first class honours, Candiasa Simon, Nicholas Simon, Ahalia Singh, Annalisa Singh, Brandon Singh, Christiane Singh, Indu Singh, Kimberly Singh, Vishana Singh. Sir, with first class honours, Vishaya Singh Hossain. Sir, with first class honours, Lindisay Siriram, Mark Skinner, Desiree Slinger Griffith, Kellyanne Smart, Johanna Smith, Nicola Smith, Vinashri Sochan, Neferiti Sonilal Maraj. Sir, with first class honours, Hannah Sudu. Sir, with first class honours, Dana Sukdeo. Hannah Sukdeo. Sabrina Sukdeo. Thalia Sukai. Sir, with first class honours, Karishma Suku. Micheline Sukraj. Ravina Sukraj. Carisia Sukram. Krista Sukram. Sarah St. Louis. Nicola Stanislaus. Renee Steeling. Sasha Subag. Sir, with first class honours, Shanique Subran. Simon Supasad. Joseph Sutherland. Sir, with first class honours, Cheyenne Sylvester. Renee Tang. Janaea Taylor. Sir, with first class honours, Ronaldo Taylor. Mariah Talisford. Nanyamka Thomas. Sashelle Thomas. Tajay Thomas Richards. Dareem Thompson. Shalian Turbani. Karishma Tulsi. Megan Tulsi. Anika Twit. Malachi Victor. Kishon Villafano. Sonia Villafano. Waveney Vincent. Kareem Voiser. Crystal Volney. Joash Webb. Monique Weeks. Stacy Weeks. Roxanne Wharton. Nikisha Wickham. Annetta White. Elijah Williams. Jana Williams. Kerwan Williams. Sir, with first class honours, Kishan Williams. Tamira Williams. Winnell Williams. Karima Yearwood. Tamika Yearwood. Certificate in Public Administration, Faculty of Social Sciences. Mark Aziz. Marla Barron. Joanne Benjamin Hart. Sharon Blake. Rihanna Dwarika. Keisha Emmanuel. Janelisa Garraway. Anne Gittins, Lisa John, Delisa Mohammed, LaShawn Morgan, Sally Nath Maraj, Kendra Noel, Chanel Phillip, Ravindra Ramhit, Geeta Singh Dipchand, Miranda Stedman, Jerniah Williams.
I now call upon Ms. Shakara Nyla Bernadette Mitchell, Bachelor of Science, Psychology, Special, Human Resource Management, minor, with first-class honors to deliver the valedictory address.
Chancellor, Mr. Robert Bermudez. Vice Chancellor, Professor Sir Hilary Beckles. Chair, Campus Council, Ms. Sharon Christopher. Pro Vice Chancellor and Campus Principal, Professor Brian Copeland. Honorary graduates, university executives, other members of staff, distinguished guests. My fellow graduating class of 2020. Welcome to the Faculty of Social Sciences graduation ceremony of January 2021. This is surely not what we had in mind when we dreamt about graduation. I have this vivid memory of sitting in SAC with my friends in October 2019, fondly gazing across at SPEC as our vision was dotted with new graduates in robes of blue, and thinking about ourselves doing the same in a year's time. It's funny how plans work sometimes, isn't it? Or sometimes how our plans don't work at all. A year later, we have instead found ourselves somewhere like a better shiny blue polymer that none of us expected. However, I remind you that no matter the changes we have faced, for us, the graduating class of 2020, this accomplishment is ours. If in the future I was ever to be asked about my last normal day before COVID-19, it would sound something like this. I was attending a 9 a.m. class in the freezer, commonly known as the JFK Auditorium. I remember what the class was on and what I was wearing. I remember asking my lecturer what would happen to our assignment that had to be handed in person the following week, to which she replied, "We'll have class like normal. We only have one case. Be sure to bring it in then." To say what came after was unexpected would be an understatement. Not once in my semester prep did I ever dream that I would suddenly have to stop lining up in the back of SAC to buy those mouth-watering pies. That my phone would no longer ring off at 1 a.m. during those long study nights to get a message at Pie Man Reach. If I had only known that would be the last time I played All Force in SAC, I would have stayed for that one last game that you know doesn't end. However, we did not gather in our spaces today to hear once again of how this pandemic has distorted our lives. Today, as I speak to you, I instead wish to speak of change, of things that come, things that go, and things we are yet to encounter or even dream of seeing. All of the difficult moments in our lives have led us to where we are today. We passed our difficult course that was a requirement for our degrees. We've uploaded assignments using STA test Wi-Fi. We struggled through statistics, and now, here we are, the graduating class of 2020. Our personal challenges, our own giants and mountains have been conquered. The changes forced upon us by this pandemic should be seen as no different than a new mountain, a new giant that we all have to face. In my own personal life, I have been faced with challenges which I sometimes feel are insurmountable. And at those times, my mother recounts the same story. Let's picture a 3-year-old me who was faced with the dilemma of spelling and writing the word cat. Apparently, I moaned and groaned about how difficult it was until I accomplished it. She loves to tell this story to remind me that at one point in my life, the most difficult thing to me was something that is now, as we would say, baby food. I often reflect on the motto of our faculty, leaders of the future, and ponder on the true meaning of this weighted phrase that drives us forward. For many, we may just view our degrees as a physical diploma or even the knowledge obtained in our respective departments. However, stop to consider what else we may have learned in our journey at UWI. What other skills and accomplishments have we discovered lying dormant in ourselves, just waiting to be opened and explored? I have seen budding poets, classmates who would not speak a word in year 1 leading presentations at the end of year 3. I have stood with fellow students as we spoke up for what we deserved, as we worked hand in hand bringing current, pressing and relevant issues to light. Throughout this journey, our time management skills have been tested. The Million and One Group projects have exposed us to working with people from different backgrounds. Engaging lectures have forced us to open our minds to things we may not have previously considered. We have leaned on each other and demonstrated the strength and tenacity needed to help each other through difficult situations. This, my friends, is true leadership. The recognition that together we can all accomplish more. In our current global climate, we have constantly seen how the actions of a few, or even actions of one, can affect a nation or the world. As we continuously blossom into the leaders that we are becoming, may we always consider how our actions affect others. This reminds me of another of my mother's sayings. All that we will ever be, we are becoming right now. So every thought, every deed, every action, let us do it with intent. May we charge our lives with integrity. Recently, I have witnessed great adaptability and resilience from you, my fellow graduates. In adjusting to recent changes, the genuine love and support poured from students in the community into the laps of others showed me that students do not only care for their own success. It may seem trivial to some, but I smiled at each and every post I saw on social media of students in their white and blue, adapting to the changes brought about to our graduation by the global pandemic. Even in the face of adversity, we have smiled. Even in the face of trial, we have achieved great success. Your degree is so much more than a piece of paper, especially for us, the class of 2020. This degree stands as a testament that even in the thick of the storm, we have pushed through, we have accomplished, we have achieved this milestone. This, though, is not the end, and as cliche as it sounds, it's merely the beginning of a new chapter. A change of plans doesn't mean a change of goals, but instead, a change of our approach to accomplishing those goals. This quote was actually derived from a caption on someone's Instagram post. A fellow graduate, like you and me, who had his plans suddenly derailed. In the human experience, change is constant. It is inevitable. It is, however, how we view these changes and adapt to them that impacts and charts our future. As we forge ahead into a world of uncertainty, a world of complexity, a world of new horizons, and a world of hope, may we never forget how far we've come. May we never forget the challenges, the hurdles and difficulties that we thought we'd never be able to cross. Never forget that you, yes you, did this in a pandemic. My wish for us is that we adapt to the changes, knowing that whatever comes our way, with God, all things are possible. My fellow graduates, when next we are faced with an arduous task that seems as if it will not be moved, that fights against our will and our strength, I pray that in those times we are able to look back and see how many of these mountains we have faced before. Never doubt that you can do it once again. I thank you.
Sir, I now call on Professor Stephen Gift, Pro Vice Chancellor, Graduate Studies and Research, to present to you members of our society for the award of high degrees of this university.
Sir, I present to you these members of our society who, having fulfilled the requirements of this university, have been awarded postgraduate certificates, diplomas, and have been admitted to master's degrees, and beg that you recognize their advancement in our society.
By the authority vested in me, I confer on these persons whose names are about to be called master's degrees, postgraduate diplomas, and certificates of this university, and recognize their advancement in our society.
Kevin Dandrade, with distinction. With distinction, Ryan Abraham. Ria Chetram. Nadine Ellis. Kunesha Norville. With distinction, Kashika Raghunanan. With distinction, Phoenix Alberto. Corice Best, Laurelyn Alexander Olivier, Usha Deoprasad. With distinction, Christian Diaz. With distinction, Cindy Francois Wallen. With distinction, Jade Hicks. With distinction, Leontiana Jones. Andrew Lee. With distinction, Sherry Lewis. Salina Sankumar Pancham. With distinction, Elliot Ash. Dana Busby. Sharon O'Brien. Zaid Allen. Sheba Daniel Gonzalez. With distinction, Rona Dominique. With distinction, Owen Field. With distinction, Kemraj Goberdan. Lucian Henry Coutu. Patrick John. With distinction, Prakash Mahabir. Keenan Martinez. With distinction, Kimberly Perrott. Donna Peters Hade. With distinction, Vanessa Pala. Vedanan Ramdath. With distinction, Gayatri Ramharak. Ramona Singh. Steve Waldron. With distinction, Jaidath Maharaj. With distinction, Alban Ordain. With distinction, Natasha Baksh. With distinction, Ramona Bihari. Pauline Kazo Thomas. Christopher Peak. Sion Braffett. Sandeep Chand. With distinction, Duran De Freitas. Dawn Ellis. Cyril Francis. Otisha Jackman. Richard Leo. Andre Lindo. Mandy Mickle Fraser. Adisa Edwards. With distinction, Joanne Hamilton. Faria Hussein. Joel King. Nisha Marcel. Renee Moses. Janelle Nathasingh. Kavita Singh. Tanil Thomas. Jesse Wellington. Dane Job. With distinction, Shamil Ali. Darrell Griffith. Brent Hewitt Board. Matthew Jardine. With distinction, Farisha Mohammed. Nisha Ramdas. With distinction, Meera Rampasad. Dana Tanpu. With distinction, Marina Gonzalez. With distinction, Tariq Paris. Nicholas Sonilal. Listra Charles. Delisha Edwards. Annalise Jolamson. With distinction, Ambika Kanhai. With distinction, Ayana Leacock Sargent. Raquela Paris. Jason Pierre. With distinction, Ayana Ramrika. Kia Thomas. Wade Grove. Zara Moniz. Joshua Charles. With distinction, Amanda Fulchan Lacan. With distinction, Christian Lopez. Arlington Marcano. Essie Marcial. Andrew Bolton. Eshwar Puran. With distinction, Frederick Reed. With distinction, Nataki Williams. Sean Cochran. With distinction, Akhenaton Isaac. Marlene Jeremiah. With distinction, Delia John. Arvin Ramlogan. With distinction, Jerry-Ann James.
Sir, with distinction, Diana Williams. With distinction, Tracy Ann King. Leslyn Alexander. Sir, with distinction, Rayanne Alexander. With distinction, Shade Bruno. Chantel Cooper. Stefan Golan. Clinton Hendrickson. Annette Sovereign. Renee Bayer. Sir, with distinction, Afia Huggins. With distinction, Trisha Elder. Sir, with distinction, Nikita Diaz. Andre Alexander. Sir, with distinction, Natika Bain Charles. Shiva Bisesso. David Dookie. Natalie Douglas Mora. Tennille Riley. Sir, with distinction, Brendan Smith. Tanya Thomas. Camille Jackman. Kernisha Beckles. Sir, with distinction, Vimal Dianarai. Tishara Khan. Waynell Richardson. Sylvia Rowe. Daphne Berkeley, Andre Ali. With distinction, Dion Auguste Gill. Sir, with distinction, Janika Chase, Yvette Dardine. With distinction, Sarah David, Laurel Fraser, Shardell Garcia, Raquel Hall, Khadijah Hossain, and Johnny Jaimangal. Paula Lafocade. Sir, with distinction, Paula Loshon, Vishan Mahabir, Rochelle Moses. Sir, with distinction, Catherine Noel Ayers, Tyrell Rajkumar. With distinction, Jade Salazar, Rajdai Singh, Valerie Walcott. Sir, with distinction, Kenisha Charlot, Louise Dionanan Dover, Jade Marie Kennedy, Travis Ann Henry, Anthony Botherson, Candice Decoto, Azarel De Pisa, Karen Edwards Shepherd, Sharma Jack, Garth Jones. With distinction, Kasha Lashley, Marissa Matamoro, Antonia Modest, Cheryl-Ann Nelson Aline, Trisha Pelage, Siobhan Samuel, Rhea Scarborough, Cheryl Woodruff Roberts, Penisa Baptiste. Sir, with distinction, Yenver Caesar, Candice Poppin, Candice Manzano, Cordis Primus, Priscilla Chaten, Karina Farfan, Dominique Lee, Colleen Thomas Williams, Adafi Baptiste. Sir, with distinction, Abigail Guy Baptiste, Marsha King, Renisha Mohammed, Marion Lewis, Maxine Hunt.
Sir, I present to you these members of our society who, having fulfilled the requirements of this university, have been admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and beg that you recognize their advancement in our society.
By the authority vested in me, I confer on these persons whose names are about to be called the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of this university and recognize their advancement in our society.
Roshni Doon. Sir, with high commendation, Roxanne Brizan St. Martin. Dami Sinanan. Karon Victor. Faiz Jaffa. Genevieve Philip Durham.
I now call on Mr. Jerry Medford, the UWI Alumni Association Trinidad and Tobago chapter, to join the graduates in reciting the Alumni Pledge.
Thank you, Council Chair. Members of the graduating class of 2020, on behalf of the UWI Alumni Association Trinidad and Tobago chapter, I extend congratulations to you on your successful transition from matriculation to graduation. May you continue to make us all proud as you pursue your careers with pelican pride. And now, the Alumni Pledge. As a graduate of the University of the West Indies, I commit myself to uphold the ideals and goals of my alma mater.
My conduct and voice shall reflect the commitment to excellence
of the light rising from the west.
as I fulfill my social and professional responsibility and serve my community and region.
I will strive to ensure the UWI as a Caribbean icon,
the catalyst of Caribbean development and leadership.
It is a legacy that I will proudly help build for future generations.
The University of the West Indies,
First in our hearts and first in our region.
This brings to a close the public ceremony by which the University of the West Indies has signalized the award of degrees, diplomas, and certificates to its graduates. Congratulations to the class of 2020.